Good morning, YouTube. Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Cardano, as well as the S&P 500. As you guys know, we are still doing our crypto coin display giveaway. As you can see it right here, all you have to do to enter is comment your favorite cryptocurrency down below, as well as comment subscribed. Do this two things as I will be checking, and if you're not subscribed, you will not win. More importantly, what we're going to be looking at in today's video, I do have two articles that I do want to show you guys, which we'll talk about later on in regards to Bitcoin's price, as well as China banning more things and how that's pretty much correlating with the market. But more importantly, what we're going to be doing is paying quite a lot of attention on the way the XRP charts, pretty much all these cryptocurrencies, have been forming. We know that they've been pretty much consolidating into some sort of lower high formations here that has been consistent with the way these markets are trending. And as of right now, a lot of people are gambling whether or not we're going to be breaking up or down. And as you guys know, we've pretty much shown key reasons to believe why we'll see corrections lower. As you guys know, we have been waiting this out for quite some time now. The only thing that's happened is just consolidation over the past couple of days since the big drop from the China news. And since then, it's just been consolidation. Very little price movement at all. But I feel like we are coming very, very, very close to retesting some very strong resistances in the very near future. And that should spark this market to see what most people don't want to look at, but hopefully we'll be able to, short the market when the time does come. So definitely stay tuned for that. Otherwise, today's video is sponsored by PrimeXBT, so I do want to talk about that in a little bit. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and let's jump into today's video. I want to give a huge shout out to PrimeXBT for sponsoring today's episode. So guys, a short update on the PrimeXBT platform is, if you remember, they have a fantastic copy trading module where you can follow the strategies of established traders. So guys, there has been massive volatility in the market recently, but you can find traders that make money on both sides of the market and follow their strategies. It doesn't matter if the market is going up or down, there are always opportunities to profit, as we know, which is shorting. So what's great is their co-vesting platform offers leverage trading and shorting cryptocurrency, so you can choose among the best performing strategies and automatically copy their trading activity to get the same returns. So guys, definitely make sure to register an account with PrimeXBT. Check out the description if you want to find their links. Otherwise, let's jump into the technical analysis. Alright guys, so I just want to quickly show you guys these two articles posted by Cointelegraph. The first talks about how the second largest Ethereum mining pool to suspend all operations. It said it was launched in 2018. Spark Pool controls over 22% of Ethereum's hash rate as of Monday, second only to Ethermine, which is pretty incredible. 22%. That's a big chunk of data mining and stuff like that. But it says Spark Pool, the second largest Ethereum mining pool in the world, is suspending operations due to the ongoing Chinese crackdown on crypto. The mining pool officially announced that it has suspended access to new users in mainland China on Monday in response to Chinese authorities initiating new measures to combat crypto adoption in the country. Absolutely nuts. But regardless of how exactly this is playing out for them, I haven't seen it have much of an effect on the markets overall. You can see today, almost everything is pretty much just consolidating right now. We're actually down quite a bit. We're at 1.87%. I think we were at 1.95 trillion yesterday. So we're down about 3.7. You can see overall coins are down about, I'd say honestly, 4 to 8% overall. In a small consolidation standpoint, we are starting to crack lower after we've hit some sort of top. We've just been consolidating downwards here, and that's been a continuation pattern for most of these cryptos. Now, the other thing is this article, which I found kind of interesting in regards to Cointelegraph posting, saying Bitcoin breaking new highs in Q4 will temporarily turn alts to dust. I mean, I was just scrolling down and I noticed that they do have a very similar chart to what we mentioned yesterday, which was how there was some sort of double bottom forming on Bitcoin, and they're considering a big bullish break to the upside, entering themselves into a higher resistance level on the coin, which I don't really think is going to happen. Now, I'm not sure entirely which crypto they're using. They're using market cap Bitcoin dominance, not necessarily the crypto itself, but there is a clear double bottom forming here, and they're thinking we're going to spark higher, which I think isn't going to give us us enough support to retest the top resistance. I'm not entirely sure, but they also went into discussion how they discussed here, right now we're stuck, he said, or let's go right here, data from Cointelegraph points that Bitcoin is dropping overnight, and then he considered that with 42,000 now the key level to hold for a higher low, Bitcoin is acting increasingly narrow range. He summarized in his latest YouTube update, right now we're stuck, he said, pointing at 47K as next should be the 44.6 zone. On the downside, the zone is 38,000 and 40,000, which remains valid. So he's pretty much just throwing the higher or the lower, not really giving a direct, point as to where exactly the markets could be moving to. Now, ideally, I'm looking at this coin and I cannot see us holding above here that long. I do believe we are going to see an actual correction lower, which I'll give you guys my opinion about in a few seconds. Now, starting with XRP, this can pretty much continue on very similar with the way the markets were trending in regards to that Cointelegraph article. I mean, he might have been looking at like the hourly or something along those lines. In the hourly formation, actually, you don't really see it as much here on the XRP charts, but when you zoom in closer to like the Bitcoin charts, or I believe it was Ethereum, you can actually see some sort of double bottom forming here. Maybe it was right here. Let's see if we can see it on Ethereum. Yeah, you can clearly see here the double bottom forming, which I thought would allow us to break up a little bit higher, but not giving us enough to break through these massive resistances, ultimately allowing prices to crack lower. Now, in the 1 hour, we are slightly oversold, but it's not really going to play that much of an effect when you start zooming out to the daily and things like that, which are in a downtrend, believe it or not, but I don't think will ultimately break bullish, at least not in the expectations that we have expected right now. So moving back to XRP here, you can see XRP on the 4 hour actually is forming some sort of symmetrical triangle. We can actually zoom into the hour to get a better overview. You can kind of see the uptrend and the downtrend. I might be able to draw it in. It might be a little easier if we zoom out a little bit more. Okay, so here we go. You can kind of see short term that there is some sort of uptrend, clear as day right here. And then there is a downtrend, clear as day, which started here and has been consolidating downwards. And you can see where this point ends. And it pretty much ends, I'd say, in 2 days at most. Yeah, 2 days, September 30th around. So you can see how this consolidation does take place. We are currently doing that. So we might see a few more days, maybe 2 more days of this consolidation that we're having right here before we decide which direction we're going to be moving to. Now, ultimately, I've been fairly bearish on the way these markets have been trading ever since we broke through our top support levels and resistances. And since since TradingView decided to update itself yesterday, I lost a few of my support levels, but it was clearly at $1.05. And then resistances were also set at, I believe, $1.30. Here we go. Okay, see, now you can see kind of what we're looking at here. There are bottom supports too, which I could draw in. Not as necessary or needed at this point. I mean, there's one, closer to 70 cents, but none of these are really going to ultimately affect the price that we're currently, flip-flopping at. So I'm not going to draw this in. I'll just delete this really quick. But you can see for the most part, we have been consolidating right now in regards to not only the resistances, we've been battling the moving averages here right now, consolidating here, retesting it, not really seeing any movement. Right now, we have to consider that volume has flatlined out. Volume has not moved, just like back here. We have on Ethereum, we've had days of consolidation. You can see all of this was consolidation, and then we broke bullish. Bitcoin has seen days and days of consolidation, not really as early as Ethereum did, but there are very easy movements to be shown here that when consolidation usually happens, it tends to break with extreme volume that we honestly have to expect and anticipate. Now, right now, we are slowly starting to trade a little bit lower. There is a slight downtrend on this market here, but the fact is, since we broke our top resistance, which was $1.05, we've pretty much just been on a streamline to lower levels. And since then, we've also been creating lower high formations, which also is not necessarily the best scenario that we want to see if we're trying to break bullish. Now, the only way I would put my money back into XRP in a long scenario for a bullish run is if we saw prices actually, consolidate back up and break through $1.06. That would confirm that we're back inside of here, trying to break through bigger resistances as the downtrend and the $1.30 range become more of that target problem or the exact issue on the price. Now, you can see right here, for the most part, these lower high formations have been pretty much holding suit on the coin for quite some time. Not only do we have these downtrends here, we have moving averages as well as Bollinger Bands, which are all screaming time to consolidate and drop lower. Now, ideally, that's pretty much what we're looking at. I mean, it'd be very interesting to see us break bullish. It's still possible. You can also see how volume completely died off recently here. So I'm not really seeing any movements, but I'd like to believe we're probably going to correct lower and looking for a target level closer to 70 cents, maybe 75 cents ultimately. That to me is where I believe the bottom would be for these coins. Once we see correction there and complete the rest of September, once we see that happen, then I believe in mid-October should we start to see us rally back up to get, back above $1, closer to maybe $1.14 in that general range. But for right now, I'm still very bearish on the coin. Most of you have pretty much just been a consolidation standpoint, which I understand, but I would anticipate that within the next few days, maybe by the 30th, we see a short complete, and we believe that that's probably what's going to happen in the very near future. Same thing applies to Ethereum. You can see though the difference is Ethereum is actually trading above its moving averages here, consolidating on top of here. This is actually quite interesting. Notice here on Ethereum, very similar to all these other cryptos, we're in a major symmetrical triangle. That's clear as day. We're looking for B2C forming, which is also what seems to be happening right now. We're currently retesting the top of this resistance level, kind of trending right above it here, getting sandwiched in. You can also see how we're trading above the moving averages here, which is causing major wicks and flares in the price. Volume is pretty much dying off completely. We're trading at about 40 on the relative strength indicator, which means we're going to be seeing a move very soon. That's pretty much what we're waiting for in all these cryptocurrencies. A big move is coming. Now, ideally, we've been creating these lower high formations, which is once again not a good thing and probably going to send us all the way back down to bottom support, which is closer to $2,200, and that would pretty much be the bottom of this Elliott wave here. That's what I'm anticipating to happen, which would be a big short on the market. Now, we have said that there was supports here. I mean, I believe there was a support. Yeah, let me just draw it in really quick because once again, TradingView likes to delete my support levels. It was right around here, I believe. And since we broke bearish from that, we've been trading below it here. So I don't think we're going to be getting back above there anytime soon right now. I do think we're going to be bouncing off of that and actually correcting lower, but a good short opportunity would be for honestly confirming a break below probably the moving averages here below $2,800. Ultimately, what we're waiting for is to confirm a direction below this moving average here and to confirm a bearish drop, and that's when we'll be able to short this coin back down to point C. This applies to Bitcoin too, which is also in a descending fractal here, retesting bottoms below the moving averages here. Just summarizing this really quickly, the only way I'd switch bullish is if we confirm a break above $45,000, which I don't believe is going to happen. You can see there's still a lower high formation, and ultimately this is probably going to cause the markets to correct back down with a target closer to $37,000. That's what we're looking for. So expect to see a short opportunity happen here. Now, we did buy in at around this price once we closed below this support level. 45K was rock bottom support. We'd buy in when we closed below there. We bought in closer to $43,000. And as you guys can see, finally, after yesterday, we're actually starting to make some money here as prices aren't necessarily trading at 43K. We're currently trading at 42K, which is finally us being in the green here. So I do anticipate consistency in a correction back to the downside here. Cardano, the same thing applies. Cardano's actually getting wedged at a very, very, very tight spot right here. I'd like to draw on a bigger support level. I'm not really seeing the best one right here. Something along the lines of this, probably. Yeah, something like this. Maybe something, yeah, that looks about right. Something in this general direction here where there is some sort of bottom support that the price wants to continue to move down to. If we break through here, which is pretty much what's happening, we're forming some sort of symmetrical triangle, and you can see how volume is slowly dying off right here. We confirm a break below $2.93, or sorry, $2. Yeah, $2 even, $2.093. We closed probably closer to about $1.94. Expect to see a big drop. We're going to see a big short opportunity, which would allow the coin pretty much to pull all the way from levels as low as, I don't know, probably breaking below $1.90. $1.90 would swing us all the way to about $1.53. We can honestly buy in, when we see a short below maybe $2. We start to hit $2. That's a good opportunity to buy in. Otherwise, the S&P 500 does look okay. Consolidating off of yesterday right on that Bollinger Band, which is kind of ironic. I didn't expect that to happen. So we'll see how today plays out. Hopefully we can get some volume and break back up, to the upside here. Otherwise, guys, this is pretty much going to wrap up today's video. There's a lot of information there, a lot of consistencies with yesterday and so on and so forth. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.